A previous caller was talking about the attacks of the left-wing media and what it might mean for Trump, even in a Trump presidency. Can he overcome it? I just want you to be aware of some things. For instance, let's start with Joe Scarborough. Here's something he said several years ago to Bill Clinton. So when he parades around as a conservative, don't necessarily believe it. I think you're going to find this pretty shocking, certainly interesting. Watch.
Let me ask you a constitutional question, because sitting here listening to you talk, I know there are a lot of people that are opinion leaders and shapers that watch this show that are sitting there thinking, why can't he run for president in a couple of years?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, see, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. You might think, or you've been hoodwinked into thinking, that Joe Scarborough was some kind of big conservative. Don't forget, he banned me from Twitter, his Twitter account, because during the Gaza war, he took Israel to task for killing too many civilians, and I disputed him, and he couldn't deal with that, so I was banned. And here he is, several years ago, about 6 years ago. People want to know, Bill Clinton, why can't you run for president again, and more.
You've always been known as the brightest, first in class, however you want to put it. But you've had the ability over the past decade to go around the world, start this initiative, understand issues. You understood issues better than anybody in Washington when you were president. But to go around the world for a decade, have all of this knowledge.
I mean, you know. What can I tell you? Oh, Mr. President, you're so wonderful. You understood issues better than anybody. That's Joe Scarborough, okay? He praises Hillary, he praised Bill, so don't be fooled, okay? Now, Chris Matthews, he's another story altogether. Recently, during the coverage as Donald Trump was coming out to make his most recent victory speech about a week or so ago, I guess Matthews thought his mic was off, and he had this to say about Melania Trump.
Only the candidate can make that decision.
And the party will trust Trump to be able to make that decision.
Well, I think the party will have a role in it.
Do you see her walking? Runway walk.
We just heard from the likely nominee of the Republican Party. We will go to a break here.
I can watch that.
The discussion continues right after this.
Did you see what he said about Melania Trump? Did you see her walk? That was a runway walk. I could watch that runway show. Yeah, some might say that's sexist. I don't know. I don't have a problem with it, really, except that, you know, I mean, if a Republican said that or something, if Donald Trump himself said that about another woman, Hillary would use it in a commercial. And then, that's not the only time. You got to go back now to 2007. Watch what Chris Matthews did to Erin Burnett.
You get a little closer to the camera.
What is it? Is it
coming in closer? No, coming further. Coming closer. Really close.
What are you doing?
Just kidding. You look great. Anyway, thank Erin. It's great to look at that look. You're great.
I don't even know. I'm going to have to go look at the tape here. I'm
no, you're beautiful. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You're a knockout. Anyway, thank you, Erin Burnett.
All right.
It's all right getting bad news from you even, okay? Thanks for coming on Hard.
All right, so, you know, and then he has the tingle up his leg when, you know, when he thinks about Obama. So he's got his own set of problems. And then there's S.E. Cupp. S.E. Cupp is a CNN Republican, which means she's a rhino. She, in my opinion, she's not a Republican. None of those Republicans on CNN that I could think of offhand are Republicans, in my book. And then she had this to say the other day.
I feel incredibly liberated now that the outcome looks pretty clear and that I have two candidates that I'm not going to vote for. I can't bring myself to vote for either one. Now I feel like a spectator to this carnival, and I get to watch and comment certainly about these two candidates. But I'm going to be writing someone in the event that a third-party candidate doesn't emerge. That's a personal decision, so that I can sleep at night and tell my son that I was on the side of the good and the right in 20 years. But I got to tell you, there's such a relief, a weight off my shoulders that now that I'm no longer sort of attached to this outcome, that was going to, determine the fate of my party.
And we're so happy for you, S.E. So happy for you that this weight is off your shoulders. And you think that by writing in, Bozo the Clown or anybody and not voting for Trump, and helping to elect Hillary Clinton is something you're going to be able to brag about with pride to your son 20 years from now? When he's growing up in America with a Clinton Supreme Court where there's a limited First Amendment, no Second Amendment, abortion on demand, affirmative action, etc., etc. You're going to be proud to tell your son you helped facilitate that? Good luck. Okay, folks, up next, stay tuned for J.D. Hayworth on Newsmax Prime. But first, President Barack Obama announced that he will sign executive orders that will increase federal gun control. Obama is unilaterally changing constitutional protections, and he's defying Congress to stop him in an election year. This latest Obama move on guns was actually predicted by Dick Morris in his #1 bestseller, Power Grab, Obama's plan for a one-party nation. Power Grab reveals how Obama is using executive orders on guns, immigration, and programs like Obamacare to influence the upcoming presidential elections to ensure a Democratic victory come November. In Power Grab, Dick Morris says Obama has a secret plan to make America a one-party nation. Power Grab exposes Obama's agenda. With the 2016 elections almost here, be sure to get your copy of Dick Morris's bestseller, Power Grab. It's available at bookstores everywhere, or get our free offer for Power Grab by calling the toll-free number or go online to get your copy of Power Grab with this free offer and save $25.